Thread, thread, thread. I'm going to talk to you about thread, and I have some right here for the gypsy yarn. That is my version, Nick Lewin's ultimate gypsy yarn of the Hindu thread, the gypsy thread, call it what you will. We have a wonderful routine that I've done for 35 years. It comes with everything you need, all the gimmicks. It's a totally proprietorial method. It's not like any other you find anywhere else, and it includes thread. Now, people ask all the time, can I get more thread? Can I get more thread? I've always maintained, no, we're not in the thread business. We'll supply you enough to get started. Sometimes it's a great client, we send them more. And I say, go out and find your own thread. You're going to want to buy a bunch of it, and you want to make sure it's exactly what you want. Well, not as easy done as said, because you can find a supply of thread. Doesn't mean it'll be there 6 weeks later. You may go back to order more, it's gone. You may order some, instead of it being an unmercerized thread, you may find that it's got nylon in it, which doesn't sound like a big deal until you go to break it, and then you find that there's a little pool of blood coming down because it doesn't break, but your skin does. So we've got wonderful thread, and we actually went out, we've imported thread from Greece, Scotland, all over the world, India, and we've got great thread. It is perfect for the trick. This is what I use. And for a good thread, what you want is visibility. It has to be light and clean, because when you break this thread, what's very important is that as you break it, you want to have this, it's got a popping sound. And if you listen, you can actually hear as it breaks. Now, if you've got a microphone here or down here, the audience can really hear that breaking, and that helps sell the illusion immensely. You can also, if you're doing the Eugene Burger thing, burning it on the candle, burns beautifully, and there's just a little dab on the end that goes out of fire. It looks just great. So this is the thread that we have now got, and we wanted to be able to supply our clients who've bought our routine to make sure they have plenty of thread to do the trick correctly. And we have got what I like to call the Nick Lewin version. This is exactly how I carry it. And it's a tiny little bobbins, and it's got 13 foot of that thread on it. And each one comes inside a little baggie, and then we sell them in groups of 20, 25. And you can just throw that in your case. It's perfect for one, as I do it, one handling. I like a nice long thread. If you're doing it close up, you might find that you make two out of this. Again, it's a very personal thing. So we wanted to put this together, and we've got to, and I think this is what's going to appeal to most of our clients. This is our little bag. It's kind of a mixed sample package, and it includes 20 of those little bobbins with the pre-made threads. What's so great is that they don't get tangled. You just throw them in the case. When you're ready, you apply it, and because thread tangles. And that's one of the things you have to watch out for. So you get 20 of those in here. There's also an entire ball of what I call the practice thread, the rehearsal thread. It's a different thread. It's also very good. In fact, some people really prefer this thread. It's all a matter of taste, but you get both to see what you like. And this piece here has got enough for about 6 to 10 gypsy yarns as I do it through here. And it also, we throw in one other little thing, which is kind of neat. And that is the little spool. This is what we actually use in the trick, and it's made of plastic. So this is the spindle that is performed from it. It doesn't have the gimmick on. My routine has a very special hand customized, I make every one myself, way of containing the thread. That's part of the joy of my routine. You can transport it, and you can make sure that it never gets out of alignment. But we give you an extra one of these. Sometimes people want to make a second one. We actually give you a second one in the original package. But I've had people say, well, I've lost that. What can I do? So we just throw that one in. I just want to point out one thing whilst I'm here. Give you a little shout out to an inner secret on it. You may notice on the top there that it says McMitchell. That's the name of the thread. Well, this is actually an almost total duplication of the Chadwick thread holder from Scotland that was first used when the trick was first released in Stars of Magic. That's what people were using. No longer available in that way through. So I reproduced this, and for a good reason I chose this name. The Billy McComb was my hero and friend, and of course one of the great performers of this trick, and seeing him do it is one of the things that made me want to be a magician. So I put the Mc in for McComb, and the Mitchell is for Steve Mitchell. Steve's our graphic designer, our guardian angel here at Lewin Enterprises, and he's been with us since the beginning, so I came up with this name, McMitchell Thread. So this is our little sample package. If you're interested, I think this is what you're going to want to do. We can do other groups of it. There's other variations. But this is the way to get started. It's the easy way. There's a lot of thread there. There's a lot of talking ready to go on. There's a lot of breaking. And I think you will be delighted to have a source for the actual perfect thread for this routine. Thank you.